Hi guys, welcome back to Just Talking, where I talk out and you sometimes listen. So today we're doing a spending guide at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is located along the northwest coast of England. And of course I'm doing this because it can be quite hard to know how much money you should bring to the park. And if you found this helpful or you enjoy my content, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And let's get into all you can drink. So this is one of the food and drink offerings at the park. Of course all you can eat is not on at the minute. But all you can drink, hot and cold, costs £10 both online and at the gate. You do have to pay this £10 per person, and you can't use both at one time. So if you do get cold, then you can't opt to get all you can drink hot completely free. So each package does include unlimited drinks from stalls across the park. Not all vending areas will offer this option for all you can drink, but of course you can check when you do get to the park at customer services. And it is in a reusable cup or bottle, so when you take it home you can rewash it and use it again. Here they are there, which is the all-you-can-drink cold Pepsi Max bottle, which comes with a lanyard. And then the all-you-can-drink hot, which is an insulated cup. And they are for use on the day only. So you can't use it if you're going into the park twice. You'd have to pay for all-you-can-drink again on the next day. So for all you can drink cold, an extra 80p will be added for regular Pepsi, as they only offer Diet and Max Pepsi in this offer, and an extra £1 will be added for each slush or ice blast refill. So the cold drink options include Pepsi, which is Diet and Max, as I mentioned before, Tango, in I believe only the orange flavour, I'm not too sure if they offer the lemon one, lemonade, cordial and slush, which of course does have an extra price. For the cordial you can get orange and blackcurrant. So the hot drinks includes coffee, tea and hot chocolate, and both of these do not include any alcoholic drinks. If there are any bars open on your visit, then you'll have to pay for the alcohol separately. Starbucks drinks, which you can find outside of the park and also in some of the outlets within the park, and also bottled products such as bottled water and bottled fizzy pop and things like that. So for the Speedy Pass, the standard Speedy Pass is £25, and this allows you to go on rides, wait in the advertised queue time, but you don't actually have to stand in the queue. For the VIP Speedy Pass option, that's £50 and cuts the queue time down by 90%. Of course, you're given a timer, which I'll explain in a minute, which basically counts down and then you're allowed on the ride after that time has ended. Of course, these prices are per person and they only last for, I believe, one day. There isn't any packages at the minute that offer a multi-day Speedy Pass, but they are pretty worth it when you get into the summer months because, you know, it can get quite busy and queue times can mount from anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour, and when Nickelodeon Streak is open, sometimes that can even reach 2 hours. Even on a quieter day, that coaster is very busy. So I would definitely recommend you look into this, especially if you don't have a very patient party and you don't really like to stand in queues. Of course, with the Speedy Pass, having the timer, it means that you can continue to eat your food and then you can go over to the ride and you can have a nice bit of walk time and then just hop right on. So I did a video about how to use Speedy Passes for both of them and also your e-ticket, but I'm going to simplify the process for when you're actually going on a ride. Of course, if you do want to check that video out, I probably will have put a card in by this point, and yeah, make sure to check that out. I did answer some questions in the comment section, and if those aren't the ones that you want answering, then you can leave one yourself on that video. So basically, after booking the ride you want to go on, either by the Speedy Pass icon on your account or on the menu screen, you need to wait until the timer ends, which will be on the screen, and that could be anywhere between 10 and of course an hour, 2 hours, and then you need to go through the exit of the ride, which they claim to be the Speedy Pass entrance, and then get the unique QR code scanned. Of course I use this picture here because the Wallace and Gromit's Thrill-O-Matic ride, it has two separate entrances. One is a standard entrance, which goes around the back area here and exits here now, onto the ride. And the Speedy Pass one, or for disabled guests, uses this ramp up here. Of course, before the pandemic happened, of course, they were using this as a normal queue line, but now they've changed it so then the Speedy Pass users can actually use this as their queue line. And of course, not all of the Speedy Pass exits entrances are necessarily outlined. So I'd always go up to the exit because everyone will understand what's going on, and there's no point wading through a massive queue line to get to the front, of course. So that's just how that works. So for the merchandise side of things, for kids, you have a wide variety of Nickelodeon-themed masks at £2.50. You can get these in a variety of sizes and also designs. The main ones are, at the minute, Paw Patrol, so if you do want to wear face masks at the park, which is still an option, then you can definitely go and pick one of them up from any of the stores, really, apart from, I believe, the Icon shop. That's very specialised, and you can just pick that up for the £2.50 price, which I believe is for all sizes. So stuffed animals range from £9.95 to £24.95. Of course, when you do go to the Thrill-O-Matic ride, you can actually choose to stuff an animal. I believe it's the sort of like sheepdog character from Shaun the Sheep, and also Shaun the Sheep himself. I believe there is some for Gromit, but I'm not too sure. So you can always opt to do that for the £24.95 price tag. And there is some Paddington toys which are still available. I believe they're about to leave the park. And then there's also the ride-based characters such as the ride icons for Valhalla and Icon, and also some of the other standard branded bears which just have the Blackpool Pleasure Beach logo on them. You also have branded hoodies that start about £24.95. I don't believe there's any t-shirts at the minute that they offer, apart from maybe in the Nickelodeon Land shop. Of course, the merchandise from that shop you can't actually see online. You can only go to the park to see it, of course, because it is a separate property to the park. But of course, these are really nice hoodies. I'd say if you are going to look at getting a piece of clothing from any park, I would definitely get it from this one, because they do offer a really nice fleece interior to them, and they do also have some really nice designs that don't wear off with wearing it or washing it, and you know, they come in a wide variety of colours and they're really nice. There is also some jumpers and sweatshirts from Icon, but I'm not too sure if younger kids will be interested in that. Of course, there is always still the Nickelodeon Land shop available, which does still provide a wide variety of sort of plastic toy sets and also other Nickelodeon merchandise. So for adults, you have branded coats such as Wind Cheaters and Icon rain jackets. You have gloves, some of them are knitted and some of them are the sort of harsh sort of matte material. You also have a wide variety of t-shirts, both themed on the Pleasure Beach's logo and skyline, and also based on rides. There is a variety of jumpers and sweatshirts as well from places like Avalanche and also from Icon, and also there is a lot of accessories too. There's no issue with them, such as like hats and scarves and things. You can find them a lot in this Avalanche shop which you've seen here, which is Chalet Suisse. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that correctly, but that offers a wide variety of suites and hoodies and jumpers and gloves, and also what I'll get onto in a minute. So there is branded stationery as well, such as rubbers or erasers if you're from America, pencils and notepads, and they're relatively cheap, and also homeware. You have a lot of insulated flasks, which are about £14 normally. And also you do have the new cutting boards, which I believe are £14.95, and you can get that themed on the skyline or also the white cherry blossom Icon logo. There is also a wide variety of ride parts, such as old wood from Wild Mouse and Nickelodeon Streak, and also some upstop wheels. You can find that in the Kiss Me Quick shop underneath the fly machine, so if you do have a little bit of a wider budget, because some of the ride parts can get pretty steep in the price, then you can definitely take a piece of history home, and they do have a little tag explaining what they are and when they were taken away from the ride. There is also a lot of food, as you can see here. This does provide, you know, a lot of ice creams and sweets and chocolate. There is a lot of other stalls selling that, and also keyrings themed to rides or themed on the 125 logo, and a wide variety of other things. And for the thing I was going to get onto, there is also ponchos, so if you do want to go on the Rugrats Lost River ride or SpongeBob Splash Bash and you're not too interested in getting wet, but say you have someone else in your party that wants to, or you have kids that are quite hot and they want to cool down, then they can cost anywhere between £2.50 for smaller ones or just the plain see-through white ones, and also £10. I believe that was for one that was themed on SpongeBob at the largest size. So, you know, if you don't want to get wet, or maybe it is a rainy day and you didn't bring a coat, then you can definitely get these ponchos because they are relatively cheap and you can get it from this Avalanche shop, and you know they do sell all the different sizes and sort of colorations. So on the food side of things, Burger King prices, and the Burger King is pictured here, and menus are the same as they normally will be, and they do have toilets for disabled men, women, and also the changing area. I believe there used to be a soft play area, but I'm not too sure if that's still open. There is also 2 stories to this with a lot of seating, and also a lot of tills there, so there's no issue with the queues really. You might be standing there for 10 minutes maximum. And also there is outdoor options on these little picnic tables. Of course, on the website, there is specifications about picnics, so if you are thinking, I don't really want to go to any of these food stalls, and you want to bring some food, then check on the website, because they don't really allow outside food into the park. Of course, they do offer things like sandwiches at the park and different fruits, but, you know, the only thing you really are allowed to bring in is water and maybe some dietary requirement food and things like that. So there is Big Pizza, which is by Nickelodeon Land, and it's just under the moon crater. And also the restaurant Coasters, which is behind the station for Icon. They offer a wide variety of Italian. Of course, that's Big Pizza with its customizable pizzas and also a variety of pastas. And also American food at Coasters, which is an American diner, and it's quite nice in there as well. At a reasonable price, anywhere between maybe £6 for kids and about £12-15 for adults, because of course they do offer local Lancashire produce. That's a promise that everything is local and fresh. So of course these are quite reasonable prices to say is really nice food, and of course you do get the sit down experience, and of course they do all have lots of seats, so there's no issue about being crowded in there. Especially with the current situation that's going on, it's very nice to know that there's a lot of space there. So there is fairly cheap British food available across the park in smaller stalls, and that's such as fish and chips. They're available from stalls near Big Dipper, as well as Southern Fried Chicken, which does offer some halal options. I did a food review video, so if you want to check some of that stuff out, then you definitely can. There is also donuts available next to the Kiss Me Quick shop, and also by Big Dipper, and also crepes. That is similarly next to Big Dipper. So if you do want to get some of the more stall foods, go to either the Dancing Fountains, which is where Southern Fried Chicken is, and also some of the more burger restaurants there, well, burger stalls, because they're not actually sitting. And they do also have some seating options outside of them, or Big Dipper, where there is only a few seating options, but there is a lot of different stalls there, and you can always walk down to the Dancing Fountains. Of course, all nutritional information and allergen lists are available on the website. That's for every restaurant, including the White Tower restaurant. So if you do have any sort of dietary requirements or allergies that you need to avoid coming in contact with, they do provide the full list on the website. So if you do want to check that out, go to the pleasurebeach.com website, so that can all be found there to keep you safe. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'm really grateful for some of the responses I've been getting on the e-ticket and Speedy Pass video, and it really did help quite a lot of people, and I'm really glad I could answer some of your questions and help you out. Of course, if you do have any questions about the pricings or anything to do with the things mentioned in this video, then you can ask me in the comments down below. I'm happy to answer, and I'll mainly answer within an hour, hopefully. But sometimes if it's later on in the night, from maybe 11 o'clock onwards, I might answer it in the morning. But I really do hope this helped you out with some of the things that you want to spend your money on. I would definitely make sure you bring it maybe £40 to £60 if you're going like by yourself, or even in a party of 3, because the pricing isn't too expensive, but it's always nice to have extra money. Of course, I do have some cash machines there as well. But yeah, that's really it for this video, and yeah, this was just talking. Bye bye.